Land Ho Adventures, a family of 4 living in the Cayman Islands, sharing our journey of adventure, exploration, and simple living. In last week's video, we did some backyard gardening, planting our pineapple suckers, and pruning our Jamaican apple tree. This week, we take you on an outdoor adventure to some fun activities in Grand Cayman. The first stop is one of our favorite beaches, Governor's Beach, on the west side, located on the famous 7 Mile Beach. As you can see, the sand is absolutely gorgeous. We had a southeast wind today, so we had a bit of a swell and cloudiness in the water. Got a bit ways to go. Chilling on the chair. River's building. Oh yeah, he loves his sandcastles. Today we decided to bring the paddleboard to the beach. We don't have an electric pump, but we all just take some turns and eventually it gets inflated. You get a little bit of exercise in, start to sweat a bit, and then you really want to get in the water. I know, down in the comments, you'll probably ask me why our son doesn't have a life jacket on. Well, this water is so calm, and really it's like a very large swimming pool. He's not going out past the swim buoys. You might wonder, well, what about the sharks? This water here is different. It's not like the waters in the Bahamas or out in the Atlantic Ocean. Back in my 20s, I was a dive instructor here in Cayman, and I very rarely saw any sharks. This is a very busy day on the beach. There's wave runners that look like cars. Hobie cats were cruising, the parasailer was up, and there were so many people on the beach. Well, my son decides to take his dad out for a little paddle to a small reef where he can swim and look at the fish, while River and I stay back and enjoy the sand and the sea. And just like that, a few hours pass and it's time for us to leave. After a bit of a break out of the sun, we headed off to the George Town Yacht Club for the annual BK fishing tournament weigh-in. Can we eat outside?
Yes.
Over there?
Some menu downstairs.
Okay, thanks. The weigh-in began at 4 p.m. and we made it there just in time to see the first boats roll in the big fish. Wahoo after wahoo kept on coming in. I mean, it happened so quick. I was in the kitchen cooking and I heard a knock at my door, and right away I knew it was the coconut guy as soon as I opened the door. But it was a different coconut guy, someone I had never seen before, but I knew right away that he was here to get the coconuts. And I said, "Coconuts?" And he goes, "Yes." He said, "Well, how do you know?" I said, "Well, you just look like you're ready to get some coconuts. Check this out." Let me know if you need anything.
Okay.
Boy, you don't want to be underneath that. Definitely not. You definitely don't want to be underneath that. That right there is a man of strength. His name is Anthony, tree climber extraordinaire. He said the bigger the tree, the better. So here are the coconuts I got. It's half the haul. I gave him the other half. Didn't charge me anything. He said he'll come back anytime. Gave me his phone number. So hopefully this phone number works. I'm going to take these coconuts now and get them in behind the gate. Alright guys, today we are going to open up these coconuts, which is not an easy task. It's time to get the water out, see if they're still young enough to drink. Otherwise we'll be just taking out the coconut meat so I can make some coconut milk. Alright, so the easiest way is to twist these off. Or you could get a sucketeers, I guess, and cut them. Or a machete, if you're really talented, which I'm not. So there we go, just like that, no problem. So guys, I normally use this coconut opener here, which I love it. So this works great with the younger coconuts. You just pop it into the top right here. This coconut feels empty. You pop it into the top right here and you're able just to make a hole. It goes right through the young coconut meat and you can get the coconut water out, no problem. Let's see what this one has. So you just stick it right here. I mean, this is awesome. Pop that off. Go down into that young coconut. Make a hole. This one feels empty. Pop it out just like this. That one's empty. Not sure what happened to that, but anyway, that's how it should look. Try this again. This one feels okay. There's the coconut water. There we go. So once I have some coconut water, then I strain it a second time, put it into a container. I went and got my sucketeers because there's too many coconuts. So I'm going to go the easy route and just clip them off. That way I can get going through this process a little bit quicker, as this is a one-man show here today. All right, guys, so that was an epic fail. I knew that those coconuts were too old. There's about 7 here that I've popped the tops off of, but I can't get into them with my coconut opener. We're stepping it up a notch. Now we're gonna use the Sawzall to get the coconut meat out. There we go. This is medium coconut meat. So it's not young coconut meat, but it's not old coconut meat, so it's right in the middle. This is great for making desserts with. I just opened this one up and there's no coconut. Look at that. These coconuts are too old to drink, but the meat is fantastic. This is old coconut meat. This is great for cutting, eating plain, raw. You could also dehydrate this, and you can make coconut milk, of course. That's what it is best used for. So we'll use it for coconut milk. That's a whole nother process though. I gotta get the coconut meat out. That's the next job. Well guys, I'm going to link the video above. The last time I opened up some coconuts, I had a lot of coconut water, so you can go ahead and watch that video. And then the next time we have coconuts, I'm going to get the guy to come now. Every 3 months he'll come. So that's when you take the coconuts down. They're nice and young. Coconuts are full of sweet water. Oh my gosh, and they're just fantastic. And the young coconut meat is so delicious. You can eat it literally like pudding. All right, so out of all of that, those coconuts, I got about 1 gallon of coconut water, which I'm happy about that because I really didn't even think I was going to get that much. Anyway, I'm going to show you now how I get the coconut meat out. So this is my coconut meat tool that came about on accident. We were taking coconut meat out about 10 years ago, and this knife just broke. And this is the perfect tool. And then I just use a spoon for the young coconut meat. We'll clean it once we have it all out. So basically, I'm going to just take this cut knife and put it into the coconut meat, stick it underneath and pop it out. Another easy way is actually if you freeze it. You can freeze if you had the coconut shell out. See, here you go. This isn't hard yet. This is still almost old coconut meat, but you can see here the coconut shell hasn't formed. Take all this out and we'll either use it for, this one here will be used for desserts because it's too soft to use for coconut milk. And that's it. I mean, this is coming out really easy because it's still soft. There you go, just like that. I'll clean it after I bring it inside. I'll rinse it off in water, get all the coconut husk out of it. Anything else that might be in there, it's not a big deal. A little bit of dirt never hurts you. It just takes time. But I started using fresh coconuts back when I lived in Honduras. I lived in Honduras for 13 years. And I remember when I first lived there, the elderly would sit down in this place called Gibson Bight, or excuse me, in Mangrove Bight. And they would sit there and they would do it the old way. They wouldn't use a blender to make coconut milk. They would scrape it up and down on a grater. That's fun. And that's where I learned how to make coconut milk. So this one here, you can see that the coconut shell is formed. See the brown or the black here? That's the shell of the coconut. So this one is the one that's good for milk. The one where you don't see the shell is better for making desserts. You can make like mango popsicles, you can do chocolate popsicles, chocolate banana popsicles. We make all sorts of things like that. All right. I'm now on the one that's a little bit harder. This is actually quite hard to get out. So you cut it first down the middle. And these are the ones that are good to freeze. And once you freeze them, they normally just pop right out. I'm going to put this one in a separate container. This one has just started to form, so it's really not that hard. And this isn't hard at all. There's the shell. Yeah, of course I use the canned coconut milk when I can't do this, but I much prefer making fresh coconut milk with nothing in it except water, the coconut meat, a little bit of vanilla if you want it. That's about it. Last one out. There we go. Oh, you can scrape that part off with a peeler, or you can just strain it out. Well, it's time to head on inside now and clean up this coconut meat. I hope you enjoyed a glimpse of Grand Cayman, exploring a local fishing tournament, and coming back into my garden to collect and open coconuts. Thanks for watching. A like or a comment is very much appreciated. See you next week. Cheers!